Good afternoon. My name is Randy Nathan Rodgers, and I go by Nathan. Today, I'm focusing on local history. Specifically, I'm concerned with preserving the history of Fulton, Mississippi regarding the Underground Railroad, as well as the Native American influence in Fulton, Mississippi. Fulton, Mississippi was established in 1837. This is 5 years after the Native Americans were forced to cede their land. Most of the Indians that lived in this area of northeast Mississippi were Chickasaw Indians. They had slowly been ceding their land to the European settlers, but by 1832 they had ceded all of their land in northeast Mississippi. Fulton, Mississippi is named after Mr. Robert Fulton. He invented the steamboat in 1807, and this is a very important fact for natives of Fulton, Mississippi. Fulton is home to a community college as well. In fact, Mississippi has the oldest statewide system of community colleges in America. The state of Mississippi wanted to provide local communities with institutions of higher learning to rural Mississippians. To this effect, the community college system was created. Itawamba Community College, located in Fulton, Mississippi, consistently ranks as one of the highest ranked colleges in the nation. The city also has the Tennessee Tombigbee waterway running through it. This gives special meaning to the inception of the town's name in many residents' eyes. The city is home to several famous people, both past and present. Brian Dozier and Allie McDonald are residents from Fulton, and they have a presence in the town to this day. Brian Dozier played for the Minnesota Twins to great effect, and Allie McDonald currently plays in the WPGA. Former residents that claimed Fulton as their home is Jimmy Lunsford, a famous alto saxophonist that was known for his jazz music. Also, the father of Elvis Presley is from Fulton, Vernon Presley. Elvis spent many years of his upbringing spending time in Fulton and hanging out. So did Tammy Wynette, who had a lot of family in Fulton and was born just several miles away from it. Fulton is home to part of the Underground Railroad bicycle route. This route is roughly 2,006 miles long. It was created and is maintained by the Adventure Cycling Association nonprofit. This association seeks to memorialize and preserve the history of the Underground Railroad movement. The Underground Railroad was a series of secret passages that were used to aid enslaved peoples that were seeking to gain their freedom before, during, and after the Civil War. For those that pedal through Fulton, Mississippi along this route, the history of the Underground Railroad feels real as bicyclists sojourn along the trail. This portion of the trail illuminates the harsh realities that freedom holders experienced as they tried to make the trip through slave states to free states and Canada. The route starts in Mobile, Alabama, which was a main port of entry for enslaved peoples being brought to America, and goes through parts of Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, and Kentucky. Those that were seeking freedom would use waterways, tunnels, as well as the North Star in their attempt to find their freedom. The Tombigbee River aided not only former enslaved people seeking freedom, but it was a primary mode of transportation for residents of Fulton seeking to disperse cotton that was farmed through the surrounding cities. People would use the Tombigbee River to transport cotton to nearby Aberdeen and Columbus. According to several local testimonies, some say that the Tombigbee River was part of the Underground Railroad, and former slaves would use the river to head north to the Tennessee River and Ohio River. Dating back before the years of the Underground Railroad, this river was also important to the Native Americans that resided in Itawamba County, which is the county that Fulton is in. 1 year before the creation of Fulton, the county was established. On February the 9th, 1836, the Mississippi legislature broke up the Chickasaw land that was ceded and created several different counties. One of the counties that was created due to this breaking up of ancestral Chickasaw land was Itawamba County. It was named after one of the chiefs of the Chickasaw Nation. Native Americans knew the man as Chief Itawamba, while European settlers knew him as Levi Colbert. In fact, he was born to a man by the name of James Logan Colbert and Sofa Minta Hoye, a woman of Choctaw heritage. So he was uniquely positioned to be able to serve both European settlers as well as Chickasaw peoples. The Chickasaw Indians was a vastly smaller group of Indians compared to their larger neighbors, the Cherokee and Choctaw. The population of the Chickasaw Indians numbered around 5,000, including hunters, gatherers, women, children, and elderly. This is in contrast to the Choctaw and Cherokee, which numbered above 20,000. Even though the Chickasaw Indians were outnumbered, they controlled vast amounts of land for hunting and fishing relative to their size. This is due to the fact that they were fierce warriors, and nearly all of the Chickasaw Indians trained for combat in some form or another. Because of this, they would utilize the Tombigbee River to traverse along their territory, while also using the river to get fish and other resources they needed to survive. In fact, a large portion of people tend to come to the river and hunt for arrowheads and rocks that were used by the Chickasaw Indians. The history of the Tombigbee River is a history that dates back for many years. All those who live near it have used it for different purposes. In fact, I fished on it yesterday in my kayak. Sadly, I didn't catch anything due to the water being cold and fish not wanting to bite when the water is cold. However, as the test of time has shown, the Tombigbee River has and will continue to be a vital and historic part of Fulton, Mississippi. For the future, the Tennessee Tombigbee Waterway will provide economic infrastructure to Fulton through the transportation of goods using barges, as well as economic activity in the form of water sports and recreational and sport fishing. Picnic parks have popped up along the river, as well as camping at the Jamie L. Whitten Center. There's also a dam that helps to control water levels along the Underground Railroad track. The Jamie L. Whitten Center Historical Center is a center that is located beside the Tombigbee River and is designed and maintained by the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in the Mobile District. The site houses many exhibits that help to illuminate the rich history of the area. The center has amenities such as an RV park, basketball and volleyball courts, instructional exhibits that are used to tell the history of the waterway, and former residents, boat ramps, piers, and nature trails. Most recently, a disc golf track has been added to draw more people in to see the history that surrounds the Tombigbee River. The Tombigbee River also expanded fishing and scenic opportunities around the Fulton and throughout the addition of picnic areas, swimming areas, and camping facilities.